Welcome to another edition of Q&A Social Security Disability Today. I'm your host, Anthony Reeves. Let's get to your question. The burden of proof. The burden of proof is a phrase that's utilized in legal context, which basically means who has the ultimate responsibility of showing that something is or is not something. So in this particular instance, for Social Security, the burden of proof, the proving that you're disabled, really falls on you. Now, here's the thing that I like to tell people. This burden is your responsibility throughout your case, meaning you not only have the burden of proving that you are disabled, you also have the burden of proving that you still remain to be disabled even after you're found disabled. A lot of times what happens is that people will sit there and they'll apply for Social Security disability benefits, and then once they get approved, they're like, bam, it's hammer time. I have reached the Holy Grail. I've reached the end of the rainbow. Here's a pot of gold. I'm in there. And then all of a sudden, after they've done all the things they needed to do in order to prove they're disabled, they stop. I mean, they stop. Meaning they stop going for medical treatment, they stop doing all the things that they had to do ahead of time to get disability benefits, and then a couple of years after the fact, after they've gotten benefits, they get a letter from Social Security telling them that they're going to be going under a review, and then they start freaking out. And this is where I tell people when they come to me, and I tell them two things. You have a burden to prove that you are disabled when you're trying to apply for disability. But when you get approved, I tell them that burden continues throughout. So please don't get in your mind that just because you got approved that you have achieved the Holy Grail. Now, keep this in the back of your mind, and I know that's my favorite phrase, keep this in the back of your mind. If the reality is, and I've said this before, Social Security does not think that you're going to be disabled forever. And the reality is, hopefully you don't want to be able to be receiving disability benefits forever. You want your condition to improve to the point to where you can go back to work. So the reality is that if you believe that your condition is disabling, you're going to already be doing the things necessary in order to continue to try to make yourself feel better so that if you have a review, you can show that you've been doing those things. This is for those people out there who have it in their mind that all they have to do is get to the finish line, which is mean getting disability benefits. There's no finish line in Social Security for purposes of disability. You have an ongoing responsibility to prove that you're disabled. And if at some point in time Social Security determines that you can't